This dang Blue Eyes support is so based I can't help myself.
Draw your last pathetic card so I can end this, Yugi.
My grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does contain the unstoppable
Dueling Wave. Before we get into the video, guys, I want to plug the Discord. We got some cool people there. Our community is growing. So come join us for cool discussions and some actual interactive Yu-Gi-Oh! Because guess what? We have our own ban list for the Discord where we run our own tournaments and it's awesome. The game's super interactive. We banned all of these stupid degenerate cards like the Floodgates, the ridiculous boss monster negates, everything like that. So come join us. Come find an enjoyable game with us. And we even put up these hits to a poll so you can decide. Yes, you can decide what cards should be hit, at least partly, right? Your vote counts. Your vote matters as opposed to like the U.S. government or whatever local government you have. Anyway, let's get back to it. Lord, Blue Eyes support in the year 2024, Lord. Thank you. And in structured deck form, no less. So it's affordable. But hold up. What's the catch? I don't understand what's going on.
No! God, please, no!
Are Blue Eyes players, seriously going to buy a $600 quarter century secret rare to play Blue Eyes White Dragon? And crazier things have happened. If they do, that would only be like the 20th most expensive deck of the last 2 years. Anyway, let's talk about the sport so far. Since apparently there's more cards to be released, so we can only cover what they've released to us, which is the 4 cards that we've all seen so far. The last structure deck that we got was the Fire King structure deck, where we ended up getting cards like the new Garunix, the new Kirin, the Ponix, the Sanctuary, the Quick Play, Rangbali, and the Trap. Ew. And I think that's it. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that means probably Blue Eyes is going to get at least maybe 2 to, on the high end, maybe 4 new cards, that more than what we've already revealed. And if they're any quality like that we've had so far, we're looking at an absolutely insane structure deck, that a deck that can threaten tier 0, especially after the future ban list theoretically is going to hit, like Snake Eye, correct? This Blue Eyes deck, or the Blue Eyes archetype, has inherent issues with bricking since it hasn't been competitively viable since like 2015, where it famously won Worlds. But these cards that led them to a Worlds win, their competitive success was in like 2015, meaning that there's been like 9 years of power creep since then. These cards have become inherently just not that good in today's game, where a game predicated on 1-card combos, 20 hand traps in the main deck, insane being able to play through hand traps. Like Blue Eyes, Blue Eyes had no trouble not being able to play even without being hand trapped, right? Because it would just inherently just draw like a bunch of level 8s that you can't play. Because the closer we get to the modern day, the more you get to the point where you have to have a way to be able to play immediately, or else you're just going to lose, because every deck and their mother can OTK now, with cards like, access code being available, and hell, even Boral Sword to a certain extent. But also just in engine, you can OTK easily nowadays, right? And so Blue Eyes is in a predicament where it's like, okay, well, I drew just a bunch of these garbage cards I can't play, and one hand trap just absolutely decimates the deck. Because if you do like Melody, trying to search out a play, well, it's like, what is that going to get you? An alternative? Like, that's not going to do anything, right? And on top of that, the support that we've received since this World's win and the competitive success that it had in 2015 has been absolute cheeks. True Light is a trap card for Blue Eyes. A trap card for Blue Eyes. Yes, an aggro, OTK, massive damage, big bungus deck needs a trap card for some theoretical grind game where the card is just like Eternal Soul. It has a sign like posted above itself going, destroy me so you can auto win the game. Destroy me, destroy me. They then gave us like Battle of Chaos stuff with like the Fusion Spell and Tyrant Dragon, and they gave us the Tin promo, Alternative Ultimate Dragon. They gave us Ultimate Creature of Destruction before that. They even gave us little baby Chaos Max to resolve Chaos Max's effect a little bit more. All of these cards have nothing to do with each other. They're nonsensical cards. The only card that maybe was okay was Bingo Machine Go-Go, and that card was still cheeks until this new support. It actually makes Bingo Machine Go-Go good. But these cards that we've seen up until this point in Blue Eyes have been literally Red Eyes bad. Like Red Eyes support has been absolutely bonkers. It's the only anime support deck that is like worse than Blue Eyes at this point. Oh, you're a Gemini deck. Oh, here's some equips. No, wait, no, you're Burn. Wait, here's Red Eyes Alternative Dragon, so you can kind of LARP as Blue Eyes, but like rank 7s. No, now you're an engine in Dragon Link, and that's it. Which is like the sad ending. Blue Eyes was sharing its cousin's fate in this game, getting nonsensical support that didn't work with one another. In fact, the most powerful build of Blue Eyes in the modern day was the rank 8 spam Danger Blue Eyes Numeron Dragon OTK deck, which doesn't even play Blue Eyes technically because you really don't have a lot of the fusions in. Maybe the twin-headed guy so you can bounce stuff, banish stuff, and maybe like a Spirit Dragon or two just to get an Azure to maybe, like if that's the only play you can make, but very rarely you're going to do that. But hey, our prayers have been answered with a card that's literally prayers. No more are we oppressed by not having a damn game plan. The yoke has been removed, ladies and gentlemen, because I present Maiden of White, Prayers with Eyes of Blue. Right, I think that's the same. Saga of the Blue-Eyed White Dragon, and the new Spirit Ultimate Dragon. Maiden and Prayers were enough to get this deck to where we needed it to be, somewhat to be just competitively okay, viable, right? Just like on the Rogue spectrum. Because this gave it some supreme consistency. Sage now, thanks to Maiden, is a one-card combo. True Light, a card that was straight cheeks, is now actually an indispensable part of the Blue Eyes deck. It's amazing, right? Because now you can just normal Sage, get Maiden pitch to activate True Light from the deck, and now you can start searching. You can special summon a Blue Eyes. You can just start making plays like that. Almost in itself, with one extender, you can get double Spirit Dragon on the field, which like now you can run hand traps and Blue Eyes and not brick on them. It's absolutely amazing. Prayers is borderline branded fusion level of power spell support for Blue Eyes White Dragon. Hello, Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. You stank. Saga is an E-Telly from the deck and a polymerization by banishing from graveyard. That's amazing. And the new Spirit Dragon, although has a hard summoning condition and isn't like the most OP boss monster ever, I like that its negates, as we've talked about in previous videos, how stupid generic extra deck negates can be. In this deck, this negate is actually pretty reasonable. It negates the activation, doesn't destroy, and literally it only negates on-field effects. So it's like still susceptible to Nibiru and all sorts of cards, which you want to have implanted in decks so they have weaknesses, so that there's actually maneuverability, so you just don't get FDK'd the moment they play some stuff on the field. Also, what he functionally does is he gives you the chance to make your level 9 Spirit Dragon a super awesome matchup dependent card, where like in the matchups that Spirit Dragon carries, like for graveyard decks and whatnot, you got Spirit Dragon just carrying it. Oh, wait, Spirit Dragon's not good in a certain matchup. Cool. Tag out, summon the new Ultimate Dragon. He'll have a negate. If he gets destroyed, he floats. Like there's a lot of positives here. It's a very unique design. I like that a lot. And also the being able to summon Crimson Dragon as a bonus effect, where you can then tag out into Quasar, or Blazar, or whatever the level 12 Yusei cards. That's also solid because it gives you more further versatility as long as Crimson Dragon isn't hit. This is the type of support Konami needs to give us. We need this for Dark Magician. We need this for Red Eyes. We need this for Harpies. We need this for all the old archetypes, because ultimately, when you make these decks Rogue level or better, like Rogue Tier 2, Hell Tier 1.5, you don't make them the best deck, so therefore you don't have to hit them on the ban list. You give players a chance to play something that they want to play. It gives players a chance to go try something else. People are more inclined to play Blue Eyes, Dark Magician, Red Eyes if they're not the best decks, because the nostalgia will make them go, hey, why not try Blue Eyes for this format for a little bit at least, right? So it gives your game a little bit of versatility, a little bit of lifeblood, where no one's really going to be that loyal to Unchained or something, right? Like that's like a solid Tier 2 deck. I'm talking about more like pure Unchained, not Fiend Link, right? No one's going to go, man, I'm really nostalgic for Unchained, except your boy here. So it's like, I'm going to go play Unchained. No, it's like, if I don't want to play Snake Eyes, and if you don't want to hit Snake Eyes, well, it's like, hey, this is a way we can get you to play something else instead of Snake Eyes or whatever you've been playing. Hey, here's Blue Eyes support, where almost everyone and their mother is going to buy this structure deck and try it out, at least for the views and for the memes. I love the anime, and with that being said, I also love non-anime archetypes. Don't get me wrong, I'm not some anime Yu-Gi-Oh boomer. I am kind of a Yu-Gi boomer, but I'm not like, oh my god, I only like anime stuff, old stuff. I like archetypes that aren't from the anime. I think they're more well-designed and more like they flow into each other because they had foresight while they were designing these cards. But I also have a soft spot for these anime decks where they keep getting this legacy support and they always take on a new type of identity. And sometimes it's a stupider identity, sometimes a greater identity. But for me, I really, really enjoy having both sides of that coin, right? And we don't have to have it either or, right? The competitive players can be happy by having, you can still play Snake Eyes and go top tournaments and win tier limits or whatever the hell you want to play, whatever format you're in. Oh, but hey, if you're a casual, you want to try the competitive side, here's a pretty darn good Blue Eyes deck, Dark Magician deck, whatever, in the future, go try it out. Go play it competitively. And dude, people will try it. Play it competitively and you'll have more sales, more success, more tournament turnout. Everything will be better. There's nothing negative from this, right? Like there's nothing negative that can come from this. More of this is needed. Please, Konami. Bless our eternal format with anime archetype support. They don't have to be the best, but they can just make them pretty darn good. That's all we ask for. We need more Blue Eyes, Melodious, Raid Raptor, Blackwing type support in this game. Because variety is the spice of life. And I'm mother effing Paul Atreides. But hey, that's my take on it. What's your take? What do you guys think? Am I right? And Konami should make more of these anime legacy supports, especially in structured deck form, available to us? Or do you hate anime support? Don't forget to let me know down in the comments below. Anyway, while you're down there, don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already, because that really helps your boy. Let's go! Anyway, check this video out because it's pretty cool. Go down that rabbit hole. And anyway, I'll see ya as always.